Hi, Jin. I am so happy to have you here from JOAH brand. And I just want to talk to you everything about it. I went to one of your events. It was spectacular. And can you just talk a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll talk about the brand?
Sure. John, thank you for this opportunity. I'm so glad you enjoyed that event. It was like one of our first in-person events since COVID. But so I joined the brand like 4 years ago, right when it was started. And previously I wasn't in beauty. Actually, I was doing PR. I was working at a PR agency in Korea, and then I was working in like media. I was working at like the CNN branch in Seoul, but then I grew up in like the States all my life. I came back and forth like Korea, but I just like missed the States. I was like, oh, maybe it's time to like go back to the States, but I didn't really want to work. So I decided, oh, maybe I'll go back to school. So I got my MBA, and then after I graduated, I was always interested in like fashion, beauty. And then I was like, okay, why not? So that's how I joined JOAH Beauty.
Amazing. I love that. I like when there's all different career paths that come into play. Actually, I think it enhances like what you're able to do with a brand too. I feel like it really does like add a little bit more to it. So
Yeah, so it's like so weird because I'm on the other side this time. Like when I was working PR, I was helping arrange all these like interviews and like
interesting.
feedback. But
You know both sides, which is
yeah.
how did, just so people get to know a little bit more, how did the brand JOAH get started?
So JOAH, it's a Korean word for I like it. It was created to like make Korean beauty accessible to everyone, and also like all parts of your makeup routines from prep to finishing touch. Um, because most people, I think, when they think of like Korean beauty, they think mainly skincare, which is like there is truth to that. But I also wanted to show like a different side of like Korean beauty, because there is definitely more than just like skincare. Because like if you come here, a lot of like the like beauty is just, I feel like Korea is one of the top like trending, like most innovative places for beauty. And I just wanted to bring some of like the innovation, the formulas to the States at like a high quality, but at an affordable like price point.
I love that. It is, I think Korean beauty and skincare is something that we all look to because it feels like um, the thought about around skin and how it's taken care of is so much more important. I don't know if that's the right word, but important and like cared about and more thoughtful in the whole process. So, but I think at the same time, finding a brand that is affordable and accessible is difficult too, because we always see that there's so many, high price ranges and
Yeah.
not something everybody's able to make the investment in. So it is nice to have it where it's a little bit more accessible to everyone.
Yeah, we do work with like the top like labs in Seoul, and then whenever we go like meet like the people who actually formulate, like you see all the prestige brands working with these vendors too, and like
Oh,
it's
that's nice.
not expensive, but
Yeah. No,
yeah.
yeah, I think that's a big key in it. And I don't think that it has to always be expensive for it to be amazing. I mean, a lot of um products that I've used, and I think it surprises a lot of people because I think it's about what actually works versus the price
Yeah.
tag. It's not many, consumers think about. So it's important. What is like the heritage of the brand, would you say?
So like joy, it means like I like it, but it's used very interchangeably for like in various situations. So like the literal translation is like I like it, but it can be used as like sure, like that sounds great, like why not? So it's like, do you want to grab dinner? It's like joah, like sure, like I'd love to. Or it's like, how are you feeling today? And then you'd be like 기분 좋아, which means like I'm feeling great. And so when people say the term joah in Korean, it's always positive, and like people are usually like smiling when they say like joah. So it gives off a very like positive vibe.
Hmm.
Just makes the person like hearing it like feel good.
Yeah, as soon as I heard it, when I didn't know that's how it translated, and as soon as you said it, I feel like that's sort of like an instinct you have when you're trying something or trying something new, and you're like, oh, I like it. And
Yeah.
it's funny because that is what you say. And I think if it's something like a product that you like, that's the first thing you say. You're like, oh, I like this. So that's
Yeah.
nice. I like.
Oh, you got it. I'm
I
so glad
know.
you did it.
What type of products are in the collection, or do you have?
So we are mainly cosmetics focused. So we have like lips, eye, face, some skin, which is like cleansers and like toner pads, like the very like the prep items. Because makeup, in order for like your makeup to actually look good, and like the philosophy is like you need that perfect like healthy base,
You
which
do.
begins with like prepping and cleansing your skin. But we don't have like skincare items
Hmm.
yet. But our hero items are our eyeliner, which is why like we had the TikTok challenge. But since we are very focused on like the Korean heritage, which is all about mainly face, we have a very robust like skin face line that addresses like we're inspired by like the Korean beauty too. So, you know, like that whole like glass translucent skin. So
Yes.
we have like our glow collection, but at the same time, like the ZIKA event that you went to back in July, like ZIKA has been like an ingredient that's been used in like a lot of Korean like skincare since like way back because it's known to like actually help soothe irritated skin and it's for like sensitive skin. But ZIKA, I feel like it's just getting to be well known in this state. So we have like various like a wide breadth of offering in our collection.
I actually didn't know that there was makeup until after the event.
Oh,
I went and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that you had, I mean, it's, I think, pretty expansive in in what you have available. And those products that I used were so good. I didn't know much about ZIKA. And then after that, I kind of looked into it more and started doing some research around it. And I love the cleansing, the Urger's toning pads.
yeah, the toner
Yeah,
pad.
I've been using them, like you just said, before doing my makeup. And I do think it's so important to have, really your skin prepped perfectly. My sister's a makeup artist, and that's one of the things
Oh,
she's always said is that when she's worked on clients, that the more than the makeup is the prep, is like if
yeah.
your skin is prepped the right way, the makeup will look beautiful. So just you saying that kind of tied in perfectly and leads into some of the things, the ingredients that I was going to ask you about. What are some of the ingredients? I know you mentioned ZIKA. If you want to go into a little more detail about that, and then any other ingredients you use specifically.
So like ZIKA, that's one of our main ones. We also for in our Crystal Glow line, we put in 3% peptide. So like how we, because a lot of like beauty brands, they put in like the peptides, the hyaluronic acid, but how we try to differentiate ourselves is a lot because they use it very like concept ingredient level, so like less than like 0.001%. But since we are all about like caring for the skin, we want to make sure like your skin, it takes care of your skin. We try to put in like the minimum active level, so it's actually working. So that's why for the Crystal Glow, we put in like that 3%. And that particular ingredient, it's called crystallite, but it's been clinically proven to transform like your skin in 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
But if we like call it crystallite, not a lot of people know. So we just keep it at like a luminizing peptide.
Got it. Yeah.
And then I'm not sure if you're aware, but like recently our eye serum concealer, it went viral on TikTok. But
Oh,
that's part of another franchise of ours, which is like the Perfect Complexion. And that franchise focuses more on like niacinamide,
oh,
which
yeah.
helps to like strengthen your skin barrier.
Mm.
So we try to we don't want to just like say, oh, it's like a serum and a concealer when there's like very like minuscule amount of serum. So we
Right.
try to like formulate it in a way where it's not like too much of like a peptide, where because it has to work all together with like the other ingredients. So that's how we try to like differentiate ourselves.
So some of these ingredients are also in the makeup products that you have? That's what you're.
Yeah, so like the Perfect Complexion franchise, it has like the BB cream, which has the
Hmm.
2% niacinamide. That's like the minimum active level. And
Right.
then it has like our eye serum concealer. And then next year, we're launching another product under that franchise. But it's literally about like giving you that perfect complexion, like very minimal amount of like makeup steps needed.
Yeah, yeah.
Like our glow collection too, it's only made up of like 3 products, but it gives you like that easy, like effortless, like glow, but with that 3% luminizing peptide.
Hmm. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like you're able to take care of your skin at the same time as, you know, beautifying it and putting the makeup on as well.
Yeah, that's
It's nice.
how it goes back to like the Korean philosophy of like caring for your skin, like getting that healthy base and prep for like the rest of your makeup.
Yeah, and then it seems like you don't have to use as much then. If your skin is looking good, you probably don't have to apply so much makeup. Which is nice, I think.
That's nice.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, you know, there's always trends and makeup trends and skincare trends, and we see things changing all the time. And it seems like there's more of this minimal trend happening where
Yeah.
for a while it was like very heavy makeup, very, you know, a lot of different layers. And now I think gradually we're getting into less is more and figuring out how to make your skin look beautiful and then apply a little bit of makeup so that way you have that glow, like you're saying, but without using so much. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like you're right in that direction with everything. And then, so the lines, I guess there's a few different lines under
Yeah,
different.
there are a few different lines, but the ones that I've touched upon are like our main lines. And then when we go to like focus eye products, like our eyeliner, we have like a lash. It started off with our mascara, which was under like the Lash Uprising franchise. So it's like supposed to like up your
Yeah.
lash. And then that did well. And then we wanted to launch like eyeliner because like those are one of like your basic
Hmm.
makeup products. But we thought it would be nice to keep it under like that Lash Up like lineup franchise. So that's how we launched 2 liners. They're liquid liners, like the felt
Oh,
tip and brush tip.
I love liquid liners. I feel like they go on so nicely.
Yeah, so you should try both, like the felt tip
Yeah.
and the brush tip. Yeah.
What would you say the difference is between the, like, I guess using a felt versus a brush?
I think it like comes down to like personal preference. I prefer brush, but then there are like other team members on the JOAH team, like some prefer like the felt tip.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's very personal preference.
Do you see are there any products that are like hero products or ones that like everybody's kind of drawn to, and everybody wants to have in the collection?
Definitely our eyeliners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
That's
were doing well, so we launched like limited edition like pastel liner colors because those were like trending. So
yeah.
in spring we have like a periwinkle color, like a pastel green and a pastel yellow.
Yeah, that was like that. I feel like those type of colors were trending a lot for eyeliners, for sure. Do you see anything?
I personally don't know how to like work those on my eye, but it worked for some
I
people.
tried a little bit with different colors. It is hard to do it. Like you have
Yeah.
to really be ready for it and like own it, you know. Do you see anything for fall being like I don't know, a trend or something that you're moving towards going into the next season for skincare, skin or makeup?
First, well, since like the season change, that's like when your skin is also like most sensitive
Mm.
too. So for the end of the year, we don't have any more new, but for next year, we definitely do have a lot of innovations and like new products in our lineup,
It
which
seems like
it's like focusing on face, but we also want to bring some like fun to makeup too. So we're launching like different types of like eyeshadow palettes also.
oh, so there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, there's more to
Collection.
look forward to. Yeah.
Where is it available? Like where can everyone purchase it?
So we're available at like select CVS stores nationwide and definitely on Amazon and then our e-commerce website,
Oh,
joahbeauty.com.
Amazon too. Yeah. Oh, that's so great that it's like everywhere and easy to find.
Oh, and you have to try the eye serum concealer that like really went far because of like Michaela.
Oh yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
she's amazing. Oh, I love
So
what.
you definitely need to try the eye serum concealer. And
So
yeah,
it's a serum and a concealer in one. That's the
yeah, we put a serum in a concealer.
one you were just talking about. Yeah.
Um,
What do you notice it does? Like, what would you say is the reason why people are loving it so much?
I personally like it because of the applicator. It's like
Hmm.
in the sponge tip, but when you like apply it, I don't know, I like feel the cooling effect on it and it just like feels good.
Yeah.
And most importantly, I have like super dry skin, but it doesn't crease, which I like.
Oh, that's so, because that
Yeah.
drives me crazy when it creases, and it's very, very hard to find products that don't, especially under the eye. And you just reminded me of the primer I've been using, and I love that because it does have a cooling effect to it.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the Heal Me
yeah, the
primer.
ZIKA healing primer. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does. It feels like it just feels really nice on the skin. Um, it doesn't feel heavy. I've been using it like every morning before I put my makeup on, and I really do like how it feels. And the cooling, it's like a very subtle cooling
Yeah,
feeling.
very subtle.
Yeah, but in the summer, especially in the summer, it's nice. I feel like anything that can feel a little bit cool on the skin feels so good. Um, and I haven't really come across many products that do that are a primer, but then also have that kind of effect to them.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, a lot. So tell us where everyone can find you and find the brand on social media.
So you can find Joa, the Instagram handle is Joa Beauty.
Perfect.
Our website is joabeauty.com. And then I just have like a personal private Instagram,
Yeah.
but it's just Haej Chang.
Oh, good. I guess if anybody wants to find you or likes hearing what you're talking about, I feel like you're so informative with everything. All of the information will also be in the description box below from this video. So they'll be able to click and find you guys and link back to your social media and see any new products that you're launching or talking about. I think you are a brand that's very informative and accessible. And that's so important right now for everyone to have that ability to take care of their skin and look beautiful. So I thank you so much for this conversation. It was great.
Thank you for the opportunity. It
Uh,
was so nice speaking to you again.
you too. Thanks. Have a good rest of the day.
Okay, bye.